the foregoing, I need to commend your Lordship, Chief Justice, and the entire judiciary for putting in place and executing a number of ICT-driven measures that are consistent with the overall global trends. These measures are largely driven by the judiciary's 5-year strategic plan and the citizen-centric judicial modernization and justice service delivery projects. As these projects are being executed, they will certainly avail our judicial system with a very clear digital transformation journey and the much-needed technological reform head start. Such measures would also contribute positively to timely dispensation of justice and reducing the cost of justice delivery process in Tanzania. The e-court features that is currently incorporated in judiciary ICT platform is greatly facilitating smooth and rapid adoption of remote hearing of cases, largely through video conferencing. In this regard, Your Lordship, I have taken note of the fact that by February this year, 60 cases were heard and determined by the Court of Appeal at different locations in Mbeya, Mwanza, and Bukoba registries through video conference systems at a small cost of 5 million shillings, and therefore a saving of about 100 million shillings, which would have cost if the traditional physical sessions had been applied. At the same time, there have also been advances in uploading judgments delivered by different courts, whereby, in my latest check last night, 2,800 Court of Appeal judgments were uploaded by December 18th, 2020, and another 6,737 judgments at the High Court level. Other judgments that had been uploaded, including 854 of the High Court Lands Division, 465 of the Commercial Court, 161 Economic Corruption and Organized Crime, and 323 others for the Labor Court. At the same time, it is clear that the use of ICT resources is helping litigants to file cases electronically through the Judicial Statistical Dashboard System, and there's also an established system of identifying advocates with valid business licenses as well as names of court brokers. The combination of all these measures that have and continue to be put in place in our judicial system not only puts Tanzania in tandem with what is happening in the rest of the world, and in laying strong foundation for our judicial system to be able to cope with the dynamics of the fast evolving fourth industrial revolution, but it also introduces a large measure of efficiency, cost savings, transparency, and inclusiveness in our justice delivery system. Based on the above, our judicial system was also in a very strong position for timely and appropriate response to the challenges of COVID-19 by delivering uninterrupted judicial services in a more secure and safe environment. Presenting my case as I have done above clearly indicates that the judiciary on its part has already laid foundation towards full-fledged digital transformation. However, as I had indicated earlier, full success in that regard will also very much depend on what is happening in other related areas outside the judicial system. This therefore also brings into sharp focus on the role of private sector, particularly that of legal firms and legal professionals, including the 160 candidates who have been admitted in the role of advocates today. As I had indicated at the beginning of my presentation, the forces of digital economy are accelerating at full speed. competition in either sale of goods or provision of professional services continues to intensify. Overcapacity, including that of law firms and legal professionals, put downward pressure on end margins, and increased productivity largely through digital interventions lower the costs and produces better quality and improved service. In this regard, customer or client power continues to ascend to higher levels. This therefore requires our law firms and legal practitioners to quickly adopt and adapt to new ways of providing service. I'm quite aware that a lot of progress has been achieved from the era of a single person practices to the current full-fledged legal firms covering a portfolio of different legal services. Some of these local firms have entered into partnership with large international firms, putting them in a better position to adapt to various world-class technological developments and practices. Whatever the arrangements and the structures of these firms, they need to appreciate the imperative for adapting and keeping in sync with the global technological advancements. You need to run rather than walk. Legal firms that ignore this reality shall be doing so at their own peril. I therefore challenge the new advocates not to take your admission to the bar today as the end of your journey, and that you have now arrived. Rather, it is the beginning of a longer and even more challenging road ahead. You need to develop a culture of constant self-development and reskilling yourself with the new tools that are consistent with the fundamentals of the fourth industrial revolution. Fortunately, in addition to various physical publications, the internet is currently awash with a range of academic and professional materials that are related to different aspects of the developments on issues related to the fourth industrial revolution, and that you need to access as a matter of necessity. You must always sharpen your knowledge and skills far beyond what we have learned at the law school and other institutions. The biggest challenge that is before you today relates to the best ways of future-proofing yourselves in the face of the realities of digital transformation. To do anything less than that would be tantamount to growing old before you are young. Additionally, you must always strive to demonstrate highest levels of professional excellence and unquestionable personal integrity supported by a strong ethical foundation. These are important ammunitions for growth and success in your professional lives. As to the leadership and partnerships of the various law firms, I challenge them to pursue and embrace new requirements of managerial skills, administrative acumen, creativity, and positive attitudes in confronting the realities of the new era. You have in the past demonstrated your willingness and ability to change. Time has come for you to prove and demonstrate your resilience once again. The defeatist attitude that relies on business as usual approaches have no place in these challenging times. In this regard, your legal association, the Tanganyika Law Society, also has a critical role to play in future-proofing your legal profession and its membership here in Tanzania. TLS in particular needs to enhance its continued legal education program, CLE, by transforming its effective delivery from a more traditional vehicle to one that is driven by digital and other technological innovations. On the other hand, our public and private universities, particularly law faculties, need to embrace issues that are related to the fourth industrial revolution and digital transformation in their respective curricula. In this regard, I wonder whether the Law School of Tanzania has fully incorporated ICT and digital transformation subjects in the postgraduate diploma in legal practice, which all these newly admitted advocates have been awarded today. In conclusion, therefore, I wish to reiterate that there is an urgent need for collaborative measures among all stakeholders in pursuing this digital transformation agenda. It is only through collaborative approach that Tanzania would be able to effectively face the complex challenges and exploit the vast opportunities that are brought about by the fast evolving fourth industrial revolution. It is a long and difficult journey, but not insurmountable. Let all of us individually and collectively play our respective parts. May I therefore end once again by wishing all the newly admitted advocates everything of the very best in your careers and in your new professional lives. I also wish all of you a joyous festive season and a very healthy 2021. And I thank you for your very kind attention.
Tunakushukuru sana Mheshimiwa Balozi Mpungwe kwa hotuba yako ambayo ilikuwa nzuri sana na manufaa kwetu sote. Mheshimiwa Jaji Mkuu, kwa mujibu wa ratiba, sasa ni wakati wa tukio la picha za kumbukumbu